Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Play action. It's Herbert. And it's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is now 17-3. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Mahomes now on 1st down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the KC crowd can make it very tough. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Hopkins' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, Charles, I think you'd have to call that a win for the defense after the turnover already in field goal range, and they had to settle for 3.
Yeah, Bean, the beautiful part is you start so close to the end zone that your thought process on offense has to loosen up a little bit because you're thinking to yourself, you're almost guaranteed 3. Let's take some good shots at the end zone and try and turn it into 6.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on 1st down. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Herbert on 3rd down now. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On is the Chargers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. .33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Yellow. Yellow. Attack, attack.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Khalil Mack.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, They've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. To give him 17 yards that time, as that'll move the chains. Now it's Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incomplete.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill.
And the Chiefs are going to get it back here just past the 35.
What a stand there defensively. They force the 3rd and goal, force them into what they think will be a passing situation, and then they make sure to lock up all the receivers and come away with the interception. Sounds simple, but that was really well done.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Anthony Brown.
And the Chargers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So still no touchdowns allowed by this defense. They get the interception there. CD, they have been rock solid.
And at this point, I think they have to expect that they're going to see some shots taken down the field. And that was almost a desperation throw right there, just kind of hoping something good can happen, a completion, a pass interference. But this was anticipated well, and they came up with the INT.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chargers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks. And now here's a tackle behind the line.
Now on 2nd and 13. Herbert. And that falls to the ground, incomplete.
A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Bryce Callahan.
And the Chiefs are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, this offense, yeah, they keep wanting more, but they kind of got to be careful here, CD. I mean, we're still in the 3rd quarter. This game isn't over yet.
I would agree with you there, because while they've had all kinds of success and hit on some deep balls like this, the one thing they can't do is start to get loose with the football. A lot of time left, as you mentioned, and if they keep turning it over, they'll bring them back into the game.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground. After the last 2 drives, ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Hey, 43,
So
43,
after the run
15.
for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
15, 15.
Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw there into the hands of Ross. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Khalil Mack able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7.
Attack, attack!
Now here's Mahomes. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 39. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down L.A. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Watkins. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Herbert throwing again. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
Here's Herbert. And this is caught by Watkins.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Herbert now. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch.
And the Chargers are on their way to a 2-0 start.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
Yellow.
Now Mahomes maybe a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Hey, 15.
Mahomes going to throw. This one complete to Mecole Hardman.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. And my goodness, another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
They're going to pass here with Herbert. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Chris Jones getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big pickup of 38.
Even with the big lead here in the fourth, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
And he is not going to get through here on try number one. They stop him at the goal line. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
Second down and goal. Herbert. On Herbert, his third interception. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Just a formality now, but here's the extra point. And it's good, but it's also of little consequences. This game is over. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play. But still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So, for the Chargers, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they will be at home for one next week against the Las Vegas Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they'll fall to 1-1. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills.